Daniel
Gunn
killed Tyler for looking at him.
Yeah. Dude, these charges are serious.
Oh, are they?
You killed a man.
Whoa, 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 Your Honor. Your Honor, allegedly, we're in the courtroom here, and he is saying he killed him. I mean, has it been proven in a court of law yet, sir?
You're correct. My apologies.
So you'd like to reword that?
Your Honor, if I may.
you have the floor.
Thank you. Sir, the person you are defending is, quite frankly, accusingly a murderer of somebody who is very important to our communities, to our schools. I mean, he was outright an inspiration. A lot of people called him the GOAT. Hashtag the GOAT. He's currently trending on Twitter right now. And quite frankly, it's very sad just to hear the loss of Tyler.
And how did Tyler die exactly?
So, according to our sources, Daniel Gunn just
hold
beat the
on.
shit out
I
of
got
him,
breaking news.
pretty much to a pulp. that is true news.
Whatever you say, man.
Who's this?
Whatever helps you sleep at night, huh?
So, to start off with, Tyler had a designer backpack on.
But you
And
didn't
it's
explain
clearly-
how he died, huh?
Yeah.
I did. I said he got beaten the shit out of.
He's a
Oh,
Nazi.
Beaten to a pulp. That's what he said. I wrote that.
Okay.
I wrote in my notes. He said that.
All right. Go on.
Tyler had a designer backpack on, and he was trying to show Daniel his awesome new backpack. And just moments after, it was unfortunately, accusingly, beaten to a pulp. Which is quite frankly very, very sad.
Okay.
Is it-
Oh, my bad.
And Daniel as well. Yo.
It's his turn now. He has to defend that.
Oh, okay.
Is he done talking? You can finish up. I'll give the
Oh,
floor back
alright,
to him if
keep
he's still
going
got a
then.
couple things. I don't mind.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Your Honor, if I may, Daniel Gunn also used a red pen to pretty much stab Tyler over and over again.
So hold on. Did he get beaten or did he get stabbed?
Well, he got beaten mostly, but he used the pen in Tyler's designer backpack.
Bro, the other side hasn't even started speaking then, huh? And you're... Never mind.
That's all the evidence I got for now, but I have more coming
Yeah,
up.
that's a good idea.
All right. Sounds good.
Who the fuck are
Defense
you
theory.
talking?
Listen,
All
I'm
right.
just giving you advice.
Your Honor, I
Both
just
quiet.
go over some of the details that the prosecutor over there is accusing my client of. Just noted a
Okay,
couple things.
let's hear it.
So he went. I just want to break down exactly what he said word for word. So at first he said that I am with a murderer. He calls him a murderer. He just said he killed him, not even allegedly. Then he changed it to accused of killing someone important in our communities. I'm not sure what communities Tyler is important to, but I'm just extra detail. I'm just curious. And Daniel Gunn beat the shit out of him to a pulp. And then after that said he used a red pen to stab him to death.
I did not say to
So,
stab him to death, for the record.
You did say stab him to death, for the record. I wrote it as you were saying it, and you were questioned by the judge immediately, saying, well, was he stabbed to death or was he beaten the shit out of? And then you had to walk back your comments and then said, oh, well, he was beaten the shit out of mostly, and then he was stabbed. Your Honor, he mentioned pulp. He mentioned pulp a couple of times, and
Did.
I don't know if you know much about Tyler, but Tyler loves orange juice with pulp. Now, what I'm thinking the prosecutor over there is doing is he's confusing Daniel with being the cafeteria lunchman. He has served Tyler and the community for many, many years. He's a very honest, hard worker, following the example of his father, the concrete truck pumper. He serves kids, including Tyler, poor kids, he doesn't get enough sugar at home. So he serves some extra orange juice with extra pulp because he knows that he loves his oil with pulp. He believes in the pseudoscience that, pulp is really good for you because there's fiber in it, even though you can just get fiber from other vegetables and fruits. But regardless, that's not Daniel's place. Daniel Gunn's a hardworking man, a classy man. He's put in 10 years working at this elementary school that we're in, this very institution. Beautiful place. I would just like to say, Your Honor, that Daniel would never even hurt a fly, let alone beat somebody to death to a pulp and stab them to death at the same time with a red pen, whichever it is.
And now, just out of
That's what I have to say
curiosity,
for-
do you have
Go
any
on.
sort of evidence that points towards Daniel being a very non-violent person?
Non-violent, yes, of course. Here, let me just if anything, here we go. Here it is. Not only is he a volunteer cafeteria man, but he is a career counselor. This guy advocates for the youth. He is always giving back. He gives so much time to the community. You know, maybe voluntary and maybe also because he's trying to become a firefighter, but he has always prioritized the health and safety and prosperity of communities around him. Always. His track record shows that. He doesn't even so much have a parking ticket, Your Honor. And we're sorry, breaking news.
Breaking news. Let's see this.
Breaking news.
Who is the suspect? We don't know. But Your Honor, I know for a fact the man right here to my right, the volunteer cafeteria man, the man who is also a career counselor, advocates for the youth, he wouldn't so much as hurt a fly. He hasn't even parked near a fire hydrant, Your Honor. And yet we're supposed to believe from the prosecutor over there that he beat a man to death and also stabbed him to death at the same time. Your Honor, I'm done for now. Thank you.
Okay. Now, what do you have to say about that, sir?
Thank you. Firstly, actually, I just want to bring up that a substitute teacher had actually heard Daniel Gunn in the cafeteria talking about how he was going to murder somebody that day.
Okay.
Sorry,
It's very important for this case.
what did the substitute teacher say? Would you mind repeating yourself?
Yes, I do not mind that, Your Honor, if I may. The
Oh, thank
substitute
you.
teacher had
I'm the honor.
overheard Daniel Gunn saying that he was going to kill somebody that day.
And what did the substitute teacher do about that?
Well, she laughed it off at first, but after not today's, but after recent events, obviously accused, confirmed. I'm sorry. This is very serious. Sorry, if I may.
You may.
That's what I was saying.
He keeps filling it, Your Honor. He keeps just filling in the gaps here because he's got nothing else to say.
That's not true. That's not true. That's fake news.
If I may, as I were. If I'll continue.
Another big piece of evidence is Tyler was in English class that day where Daniel was working at the cafeteria,
Okay.
which is where Daniel had seen Tyler in his line of sight later that day in the cafeteria. Giving him the idea to kill
Okay.
Tyler. That is all for now. Thank you.
Wow,
Oh,
incredible.
to go, Your Honor. Okay. So once again, I would just like to go over what the prosecutor over there is claiming. He said a substitute teacher said Daniel Gunn was going to kill somebody that day. Now, Your Honor, I'm not sure where the witness is, whom he's quoting, if he's just making this up. All he did was, what was the evidence he brought? Can I view it?
Yeah.
Where can we view this? Tab?
Okay.
Hold
Yeah.
tab.
Situation, substitute teacher, chaos level maximum. He says the substitute teacher overheard Daniel saying he was going to kill somebody that day. Now, he says somebody. He didn't even say Tyler. So, how do we know that within the context that he wasn't just joking around, right? I'm sure, Your Honor, you, amongst your friends jousting around, horsing around, you've joked, like, oh, I would kill that guy, ha ha ha. Oh, I'll do this, you know, obviously,
yeah.
obviously it's hyperbole. He didn't even name a person. Apparently the substitute teacher just overheard Daniel saying, well, I'm gonna kill somebody. Maybe he was talking about, again, we don't even have the full context because we don't have the substitute teacher here on the stand. We don't even know if this guy exists, but we don't even know the context of the situation. What if somebody had scratched Mr. Gunn's car and he was frustrated about it and he said, well, I'm gonna kill whoever did that? We don't know. And now, Your Honor, as far as Tyler being in English class when Daniel was in the cafeteria, if anything, that places Daniel not at the crime scene, not killing Tyler. I'm not really sure what he was trying to say there. If anything, that just proves that my client over here was hard at work, as he always is, serving the community and serving children like that poor imbecile who likes drinking oil and pulp.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm not sure.
I need to know a little bit more about this murder. When did it happen?
Just a few days ago.
And where did it happen?
This happened in the park nearby the school.
What?
So Tyler was in English class, and Daniel was in the cafeteria.
You guys are misunderstanding what I said. My apologies, Your Honor.
Yes, please
What I was
explain
trying to
the
say is
situation
that
here.
Tyler had gone to school that day with proof from the English class, and Daniel had seen him in the cafeteria later that day, which is what I also said earlier, but it was misunderstood.
Why would you even mention that he went to English class? Does that have anything to do with anything?
So it was proof that he had gone to school that day.
And then
where
why?
Daniel
So
had
then,
seen him.
so maybe why wouldn't the proof be that they had interacted in the cafeteria?
They hadn't interacted though. I never said they interacted.
You said he saw him in the cafeteria, and where are you getting that information
I
from?
did not say that
hold on.
he was in.
Yeah,
You said
how
that
do you know all
you said
this?
that. Hold on. Excuse me, prosecutor. You said my client over here. You said that my client over here saw Tyler. How do you know that? Did you talk to my client? You said, quote, Mr. Gunn saw Tyler in the cafeteria. How do you know this? Did you talk to Tyler, the deceased man? How do you know this? Who'd you talk to? How did you obtain this information?
Your Honor, if I may.
Okay,
Please.
Yeah, you have the floor.
The substitute teacher had seen Daniel from earlier and overheard the conversation, and had seen Daniel looking at Tyler.
So Daniel said, I'm going to kill someone while looking at Tyler. And the
Yes.
substitute teacher saw this.
Yes. And overheard.
Your Honor, if I may. I'm just want to go over the evidence again, Tyler.
Yes.
So, I'm just curious about why you changed the details now, because before, it was an implication that this was a private conversation that a substitute teacher had overheard Daniel having in the cafeteria. No, not even in the cafeteria. My notes here say substitute teacher said that Daniel Gunn was going to kill somebody that day. It was a conversation he overheard. And now, all of a sudden, you know, I guess I wish these got to light earlier when you said initially. Now, all of a sudden, this was in the cafeteria with students in there. And I guess the substitute teacher was so close to him, even though, you know, in a cafeteria with hundreds of students in there, it'd be quite loud. You know, I don't know how close he has to be to Daniel Gunn to overhear this conversation. But apparently he was staring at Tyler while he was saying that now. I'm so confused because before the way you had painted it was that it was, you know, there was nobody in the cafeteria and it wasn't even in the cafeteria and the substitute teacher just overheard a private conversation he shouldn't have heard. Now he was in a public place, loud cafeteria. He was staring at Tyler while he was saying it. I'm just curious which story we're going to go with.
Right, prosecutor? What do you
Your
have
Honor,
to
if I
say to
may.
that?
There's one final piece of the puzzle
Okay, let's
Okay.
hear it.
to this whole thing.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Breaking news.
we'll get back to that.
Oh. That is not a good look.
That is fake.
Claiming that's fake news.
Yes.
We'll throw that. We'll withdraw that evidence. I don't need it.
Okay,
my
sure.
case,
We'll
Your
pretend
Honor.
that doesn't exist then.
Yeah, I don't need it.
So go on.
I may.
Continue what you were saying.
If you can, you
What's
can
the
start
final
filling in
piece
the
of the
gaps.
puzzle?
Internship. Tyler had connections to Daniel Gunn through this internship because him and Daniel Gunn, Tyler was interested in firefighting. And as Daniel is a firefighter, he had gone up to Daniel. And Tyler unfortunately made a lot of mistakes during this internship, which had made a lot of resentment from Daniel to Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Is that it?
Oh, hold on. Everybody calm down.
Hey, stop
got
filling the
time.
gap. Just talk.
I'm not filling the gaps. If I may, thank you.
Oh my God.
As I was saying,
Oh my God.
Okay.
Stop. If I may, as I was saying, just stop. Just talk.
Daniel Gunn and Tyler had an internship together. Tyler made a lot of mistakes. Daniel Gunn did not like these mistakes, which started causing resentment and hate towards him, which leads up to these events today. And thus, Daniel Gunn having hate and resentment towards Tyler after these mistakes, Daniel decided that he was going to kill somebody that day, allegedly. And
He decided.
he beat him to a pulp. And also, stabbed him a couple times with a pen. Pen and Tyler's designer
He stabbed
backpack.
him to death.
And what
And
happened
that's all
to
I
the
gotta say,
backpack?
truly. What happened to the backpack?
Yeah. What was that piece of evidence? You brought that in. Surely that'd be a credible piece of evidence. That a gotcha moment. You only talked about it very briefly. That he had. Was that just a cheap way to plug that Tyler had some money?
No, his fingerprints were
Are
on the
you
bag.
Tyler's hype man?
Tyler had a expensive designer backpack.
His
Johnny had a
fingerprints were on the
mansion.
bag.
All right. Are you done?
Yes, I am done.
Okay.
So you're not gonna say
Your
what
Honor, if I
happened to the backpack?
The backpack was okay, but Daniel Gunn's
Oh, okay.
fingerprints were on the backpack.
On. They were on the backpack.
Yes.
All right, attorney.
All right. Well, Your Honor, he had something right. Tyler applied for an internship. Here's the problem. We have the attendance sheet that was
Oh.
keeping record of those who were interning in the co-op program. Tyler, the loser he is, and the degenerate student that he is, he never attended the internship once. And no,
Interesting.
Daniel would never resent any student. As you know, all he did was try to provide opportunities for those who are interested in the trade. Why would he care for this pathetic student who doesn't care for his academics, has zero aspirations? They don't care. Any legitimate teacher, anybody who cares about those young and who are aspiring, wouldn't care for some, throw-in loser who isn't taking their life seriously. So Tyler, and as per evidence here, never once attended any of the classes, any of the internships. So Daniel just replaced him. He got a new intern. It was no big deal. And yes, there are fingerprints on the backpack, I'm sure, because here we go. Tyler's friend Tobin snitched on him, reporting that Tyler had been taking drugs. He'd been using recreational marijuana on school property. Daniel busted him after Tobin had snitched on him, grabbed him by his backpack, dragged him into the office, and here's the proof of that too. In the office, there's
Wow.
a record log of him being in the office and getting suspended for using weed. So that'll explain the fingerprints. But Tyler's the prosecutor over there. Sorry, not Tyler. The prosecutor over
Right.
there is saying that he killed him. Just saying he killed him, blatantly. And we're not sure if it was beaten to death, if he was stabbed to death.
What you writing in there?
And when did it happen again, prosecutor? Where was it?
A couple days ago, and it happened outside the school, the park nearby
Outside
the
the
school.
When was it? Wait, how many days ago?
It was a few days ago.
Was it a couple of days ago or was it a few days ago?
Those are basically the same thing.
How do you
Are
not
they
know
not
the
though?
exact day that this murder happened?
No, they're not the same thing though. Actually, there is a numerical value associated with the couple. It's 2. So was it 2 or was it a few?
It was 2. Then yes.
It was 2. Okay, interesting. Interesting how you said it happened a few days ago. Initially, in a couple, in the park. Okay.
If I may.
Yeah, no, I'm good for
Oh,
now. You can go.
I did not mean to bring this guy.
What the fuck did you just do?
I did not mean to bring that guy out.
Go on, prosecutor.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Your Honor, I just want to refute a couple of these points. First of all, for
Okay.
the co-op program, in order to get in attendance, you need to show up to school first. Tyler was so excited to work and being a fireman that he just would avoid the school part and just go straight to work. And that was the kind of dedication and drive that Tyler had. And another point I would like to refute is that, unfortunately, I cannot bring any more evidence to the table. But I know personally, from what I've seen, Hovind had planned
This court's
those
gonna be a
drugs.
fucking boxing ring if you keep fucking smacking with that hammer, huh?
Stop distracting the court then.
Prosecutor, are you done?
No, well, I keep getting interrupted by this.
No, you can talk.
So as I
please.
was saying, Tobin had planted those drugs after seeing how successful Tyler was in the program.
Do you have any proof of this?
Unfortunately, I cannot bring any more proof. I do have it. I just cannot
But
bring it forward.
you don't. See, if you did, you would have been able to brought it. Are you done?
One
Is that
final
all?
point to refute, Your
Oh,
Honor.
okay. Let's hear
The
it.
principal is actually a known friend of Daniel Gunn. There's personal bias.
And what's the proof with this? So wait, what you mean to tell me that school faculty are friendly with one another? Is that what you
Yes,
mean to
but
tell
th-
me?
there's
You
a
mean to tell me that
personal
you mean to tell me that the principal of the school is somewhat friendly with the guy who's volunteered to assist in the cafeteria for the past 10 years, does career counseling for students, runs the co-op internship program? You mean to tell me that the principal's friendly with him?
Yes, but not in that way. After school, they would discuss Tyler.
Discuss Tyler.
You
Okay.
discuss Tyler.
Where's the evidence?
I cannot bring any more forward, otherwise.
What
So you're
what
just
exactly
throwing-
was the problem with Tyler? I still don't understand that. Why did any of this
It's just-
happen?
I it explained Tyler had made a lot of mistakes, even though he had a lot of drive, and Daniel did
He
not
made
like
a lot of
that.
mistakes, and that caused Daniel.
He wanted
kill
me-
him.
Daniel wanted Tyler to be perfect. He wanted to be the right person. He wanted him to be the GOAT.
So he killed him.
Tyler, hold on. Tyler wanted to be the right person. He wanted to be the GOAT. He killed him because he made a lot of mistakes. And why was the principal? And what does the principal have to do with all this?
Well,
Mention
you
him.
said the evidence came forward, and the principal just took it without the other evidence that I have. That unfortunately I cannot bring forward to the table right now.
Because you don't have evidence, Your Honor.
But
He
I
doesn't. He
can't
doesn't.
put it-
See here, I can't bring evidence because it doesn't exist. Would you agree, Your Honor? If he had evidence, it'd be able to be submitted to
Yeah,
the
you
court.
should
No.
have brought it then. If that was the case.
I didn't bring it. I just can't put it up. You know what I mean? It's 5 out of
No,
5.
you see,
don't
it
know
sounds
what
like
you
you
mean.
don't have evidence. That's what it sounds like to me. All right, is he done, Your Honor? He's kind of
Yeah,
just
I think he's
lollygagging.
done. I think it's your turn.
All
now.
right, thank you. Appreciate that. Well, Your Honor, he's refuting all these claims with zero evidence. He refuted the. Excuse me. Let me just go back. So I just have to go over all the claims he refuted.
Yeah, no
He
worries.
refuted the attendance. He refuted the attendance sheet, Your Honor, and I'm sure you've been to school, right, Your Honor? You understand
course.
that an attendance sheet is liable. It's written. It's record.
Yeah, it's a written
indicated.
document.
Especially in today's day and age, they don't fuck around with attendance. Now, Your Honor, this man over here clearly is hysterical. He is changing the very definition of how everything operates. He's saying that attendance is based on whether you attend school or not. When, as a matter of fact, I'm not sure if he went to high school, but your attendance is marked every class you're in. So if I go to first period, I'll be marked present in first period, but if I skip second period, I'll be marked absent in second period. That's how it
Co-op
works.
class, it works different.
Co-op? No, it does not work differently.
Yes, it
You
does.
have to
Yes,
attend.
it
You
does.
have
I
to.
went to co-op.
And I went to co-op, son. And if you'll let me finish,
You call
you
him
have to
son.
you have to attend your co-op course in order to be marked present. He's saying that you just have to attend school. And if you don't attend school, then you're just marked absent for co-op, which is completely incorrect. And there's record of that. I mean, Daniel Gunn has been a co-op teacher and in charge of career counseling. I'm telling you, for 10 years he's been in this school. He knows how to mark whether a student is there or not. And he just doesn't care for students that don't have that passion, that drive, and would rather smoke weed. Your Honor, he also accused Tobin of lying, but again, he didn't bring any evidence. Meanwhile, we have the evidence. He came forward to the school and told us about this. We've been in work with the authorities on this. It's on the record that he had snitched on him. And his only rebuttal is that, well, no, he didn't. He was just trying to frame Tyler. And once again, no evidence, no witnesses he can bring. And another thing he tried to refute, the last thing I'll talk about, is how he's accusing the principal of the school and my client over here having an inappropriate relationship. Is beyond friendly staff, typical amicable relationship, and that they had actually been conspiring together after school to get Tyler. And I'm not sure where the evidence is there for that, what witness he has for that. It sounds like, Your Honor, he's just throwing out these random accusations, hoping one of them sticks, because these are, quite frankly, beyond absurd.
All right.
That's all I
Tyler,
have to say, Your Honor.
This is your last chance to talk. Is there any last thing you want to add to this?
Your Honor, all I want to say is Tyler was a very hardworking and a very important kid to the community.
Okay.
Thank you for doing that. And I truly believe all the accusations I made today give a very clear point on the absolute atrocities that Daniel Gunn has been accused of.
Is that all?
That is all.
All right. I'm going to give you the same thing. One last chance.
Thank you.
Anything you
Yep,
want to
I
add?
got some closing statements. I just want to go on what he had said there. He's saying that Tyler's a very hardworking kid and important to the community. Now, per the evidence submitted to the court and is documented evidence, I just want to illustrate what the prosecutor over here is deeming a beautiful child, gift of God. Yeah, you see that? You see that? He was making funny faces. All right. This is a gift, a child of God, great to the community. Doesn't show up to co-op placement or internship, skips school. His own friend tattletales on him for doing drugs on school property, is busted, is confiscated, and is suspended. And there's record of that with the visit to the principal's office. Your Honor, this is what the prosecutor believes to be an important figure to communities, and I quote, communities plural. It's just not the case, Your Honor. He was a delinquent, and that's okay because we have plenty of those in the community. He shouldn't have died, and he shouldn't have been beaten to a pulp to death, and he shouldn't have been stabbed to death at the same time. But, Your Honor, it was certainly not my client over here. This is a hard-working man. This is a man who looks after the community, looks after children. He's a caring man. He's been in the school system for 10 years, and all that the prosecutor can do to try and slander my client's name is throwing these absolutely heinous and fictional attacks and hoping they're sticking on the wall. That is all, Your Honor. I'm just seeking justice.
Thank you. Well, I think we all know how this is going to go. I think it's very clear that Daniel Gunn is a completely innocent man.
I think so.
Oh, I got stung 42 times, huh?
You wouldn't
42?
stop.
Oh my god, Andrew.
42 times, bro.